Hi, I'm Dave Worzel, and you're watching PHTV4. And today we are taking a look at Lake Katherine Nature Center in Palos Heights. With us to talk about Lake Katherine is Tara Rosenwinkel. I'll make sure I get your title correct. You are an education program coordinator and also a naturalist.
Yes.
So we got two things going on there. Tara, thank you for coming in. We're going to talk about what events, classes, workshops looks like this spring, know, at Lake Katherine. Before we do that, can you tell us how long have you been at Lake Katherine, and what does being a naturalist mean also with being the education program coordinator?
Sure, yeah. So I've been with Lake Katherine now for 4 years. I started on January 6th of 2020, so just made it for 4 years, which is very exciting.
Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you. Hoping to be here much longer. And so for my role, I get to do all different kinds of things. I oversee our education department at Lake Katherine. I get to schedule field trips, homeschool groups. I do all of our nature-based programming from ages 18 months all the way up to sometimes even 18 years. So lots of different things there. I do scout groups, summer camps, all of that kind of falls under the program coordinator.
Okay.
When I go into the naturalist position, I'm more so assisting our chief naturalist, our other naturalist, to do either prescribed burns, sometimes restoration work, any like cleanups and things like that. And then this kind of just encompasses working at Lake Katherine. I help out with events and everything too. So.
As you're saying all this, I'm like, oh my gosh, you wear a lot of hats, or you're juggling a lot of things in there. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for taking the time to spend with us.
It's always fun to be here. So.
Good. Well, good. I'm glad. I hope we'll keep it fun. Hopefully the next few minutes will be fun too then. So let's talk a little bit then about what is coming up this spring at Lake Katherine. Like you mentioned, anywhere from little to high school age, it sounds like. What type, and if you can mention even later adult programming or classes if you're aware of those as well. But what is coming up this spring?
Sure. So this spring for like the little ones, 18 months to 3-year-olds, is our Nature Tots. In April we have a program about colors, just as things are starting to come back to life in the springtime. We'll start noticing a lot more colors beyond the like grays and browns and whites that we typically see. So we'll get the little bursts of greens and flowers, and so just really excited to see a lot more colors, and we'll have a program about it. We'll also be talking about frogs, because hopefully you've all started to hear some frogs
I've heard
again.
Them. Yes, I have heard
and
them.
It's been wonderful to hear. I love hearing them. And then moving up to the ages 4 to 6, that's our Little Explorers. We have in April Earth Day, as it's an Earth month for us in April, and just trying to teach everybody about how to make your lives just a little bit more green and eco-friendly, whether it's a minor change of having a reusable water bottle or just learning how to recycle something a little bit better. Just something a little bit changed just to make a bigger change
your footprint on the planet.
Absolutely. Yeah, so we just try to, and make it fun too. We'll play some games and everything. We also talk about rabbits, as everyone, if you've been to Lake Katherine, you've met Grubbins and Truffle, our 2 little cuties that run around.
Names alone are worth a visit, right?
Yeah, so they're around, and you can meet with them, and you'll get to learn with them for that program too. Going to Junior Explorers, which is a lot of homeschool groups, and I do have some after school just in case anyone's unavailable to come during the school day. We have a lot of really fun stuff. I'm excited for May specifically. So this is ages 6 to 12. I'm sorry, 7 to 12. And they get to do a lot of more kind of like outdoor adventure stuff in May is what I've planned. So we have kayaking, we have learning how to compost, and they actually get to make their own worm bin, which is vermicomposting.
Okay.
So it's how worms will break down their food for them. And create less food waste. And then I also have fishing, so just lots of fun things.
I was going to say, a lot of great outdoor activity things for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. And then how about, are these also some of the classes you're talking about, or does that fall into a different group then?
Yeah, so these are all different programs for different ages, so it depends on which age group you're looking for. There are costs to these, but they're very fun and worth coming to.
Right, nominal fee for the experience you get out of it.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, and then any other special events coming up you want to mention?
Yeah, so we have a solar eclipse day on April 8th. We do have the viewing glasses for everybody, and there's going to be some activities and just a little bit of some educational components to learn about what a solar eclipse is and how it happens.
Is there an age in that one? Or
That's
is that
all
any-
ages.
any-
Yep. That's all
okay.
ages.
So kids and family and parents.
Absolutely.
Also. Okay.
Yep. A really important one that we are super excited about also shortly after the eclipse is our cleanup day. I don't know if I can.
Sure.
Sure. All right. So cleanup day, which is cleaning up the city of Palos Heights. This is a free event. It's just to kind of get the community to come out and really help just make our city the beautiful city that it is, and cleaning up and just being aware of the different locations and just your impact that you have, and getting everybody together to make a change.
It is a really good point. I think about when you're going for like a walk in the forest reserve or a walk around Lake Katherine, and you know, I guess it is something that kind of bothers me. It gets under my skin when I see that garbage
Yes.
or a water bottle
Yeah.
discarded, and it stands out. It doesn't fit. It doesn't
Yes,
belong.
absolutely.
Chance to beautify. So April 13th.
Yes.
And then any other activities or workshops or classes you mentioned you want to come up? I know we've covered quite a few.
Yeah, the last one that, another event that's coming up is on May 4th is our native plant sale, where you can actually buy native plants that are great for our local pollinators and just to make your space a lot more beautiful too, is happening at Lake Katherine, and you can buy some native plants.
That sounds especially important. I think about like when you go to the garden center, that can be kind of tricky. So, and not that you should, and obviously, you know, great variety and a great resource, but there is a potential, and I know I've fallen into that trap. Like, oh, what a beautiful plant, and then you
Yes.
discover, oh, wait a minute,
Yeah.
you know, this maybe isn't one that belongs in this area.
Yes, yeah, and these have all been purchased with the intent of that they would be for our native landscape here in Illinois, versus like an ornamental plant, which is a beautiful plant. But these are actually specific to like help our pollinators and
Help the ecosystem.
yes,
then, right?
yeah, exactly, and create or add some more biodiversity into your garden landscape, which
and
is
that's May
4th.
May 4th.
Yep.
Okay, so a couple big dates coming up. Also, April 13th, May 4th. Definitely check that out. I'm imagining go to your website and get a lot of
Yes.
information on
Yep.
this and calendars and
Yep.
everything. All right. Well, Tara, thank you very much for coming in.
Yeah.
It sounds like a lot of cool things going on at Lake Katherine this spring,
Yes.
and a lot to look forward to.
Absolutely.
All right. I'm Dave Wurzel, and you've been watching Let's Talk with Tara Rosenwinkel from Lake Katherine, a preview of what's coming up this spring. Thank you for watching.